to show you a cool little trick. All right, you're going to cut, about here. And you take a paring knife and you're going to cut from right where the core is to the end. And we're going to keep going around, try to get as many cuts. And then we're going to put it in ice water. And it makes the coolest little garnish. Now, best thing to do is to make sure when you're buying green onions to get them that have a large bulb or white part. Because the skinnier it is, the harder it is to make this. So let's see. I probably have about 6 cuts, so it doesn't look like much now, but I'll show you after it sits in the ice water. I'm going to show you how to make a little carrot flour. What you want to do is have a pretty thick carrot. You could definitely go thicker than this. And what you want to do is whittle it down so it kind of looks like a pencil, right? It's a big carrot pencil. And then your paring knife. Now I hold the paring knife so it's like this, becomes kind of part of my hand. It's sharp, but I'm not pushing my fingers against it. Anyway, carrots are cheap. Give it a try and see. Okay, so now that we've got it whittled down, I'm going to make cuts, and I'm not going to go all the way down, probably to about here. And I'm going to make as many of these cuts around as I can. So just kind of pay attention and see. And you want the cuts to be fairly thin. Just want to use the tip of the knife like that. By the time you get to the last one, it's pretty much falling off. And then you twist. See? Look at that. Kind of a cool, simple little carrot. Once again, thin is important. Thin, just use the top part, just this much from here up of your knife is all that's going in. See? Twist. Practice, practice, practice. Like I said, carrots are cheap, so it's an easy garnish to try and perfect. So here's a way you can decorate. You have like a little bed of parsley and then you put the carrots in. Like I said, it's so important to just use that tip. And it does take some practice. Looks easier. See, it wouldn't twist off. That means I didn't cut down far enough. So I have to go back into each one, cut a little further down. All right, now let's try. See? Came right out. All right, look at that. A little garden. So pretty. I have a request to make a tomato roast. Now the easiest tomato to make one with is a round garden tomato, but it has to be good and firm. But you can make it with a Roma tomato, and those are my favorite. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So we start at the top. Make sure your paring knife is good and sharp. Doesn't have to be any kind of special paring knife. Let's see which one's sharper. We'll use this one. So here we go. We start, we make a little cut right here. And what you're basically doing is peeling the tomato. So you want to get as close. Maybe this knife isn't as sharp as I thought it was. All right, so I keep going around, and you just have to get, there's nothing really I can show you. That's just keep going, concentrate, and make sure you're just getting the skin. Just go as far as you can. If you get halfway and it breaks off, you're still good to go. All right, I'm gonna stop it right there. Now here's what you do. This was the beginning of it. That's gonna be what it sits on. See how it's kind of curled? So at this end, we start by twirling. Okay, you want it to kind of be a little cone. Put your fingers like this. swirl it around. And you want to get it as tight as you can too. If you don't have any weak parts in your tomato rolls, you don't have to be super careful. You notice I kind of flipped it. All right, and then see, it sits on this. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So you can do it with a Roma tomato too.